What they're going to show you is a beautiful animation as a very young person, you don't have education. How do you show people what you're capable of? Yes. So this amazing it's a set of games that Bob will tell you about. But it helps us to profile people, mindset areas, including things like grit and soft skills, mindset.
So basically we play through games. It's quite a nice psychometric type game, and it levels the playing field because now you don't have to do a multiple choice. We're using gaming, we're using technology, and you don't have an advantage if you've studied further or you have a degree. It kind of captures your core skills. That's basically the 3 games. Yeah, so what we'd like to do, Motsepe is going to show you where to sit.
Yeah, we press that down. And shape it into pen.
How long does it have to hold it down?
It might just be the machine that takes it right down. Right?
There is no doubt in my mind that you here at the Yes Hub are the future leaders and pillars of your communities. Yes! For many, you already are. You are the change makers. You are helping to grow your country's prosperity by lifting those around you and offering a better future. This continent is going through a period of change. Africa needs to create 20 million jobs by 2035. And while youth unemployment is a global challenge, there's particularly a problem here, where nearly 57% of young people are unemployed. Starting adult life in this way can start a cycle of poverty that can be difficult to escape. But you guys are producing solutions, and for that, we commend you. For this reason, I'm incredibly proud to share that the UK is going to provide £8 million for a Skills for Prosperity programme working with the South African government and other partners. Yes! It's always an easy one, I guess. This programme is going to maximise African ingenuity with UK support to fill the gap between skills that employers urgently need and the training offered to employees. In my role as a Queen's Commonwealth Youth Ambassador, I am so incredibly fortunate to meet young people who are determined to make a real difference and make their mark on the world through action. Meeting people like you makes me realise that the world is in good hands. We're going to see your President this afternoon as well, and we will tell him what we've seen and heard. And it is so great to see South Africa and the UK relationship so strong. I've often talked about Africa as my second home, and I've often been asked why I love it so much. Well, over the last 9 days, I've been trying to put my feelings and experiences into words, which is not easy. I wanted to try and answer a more specific question for myself. What is the essence of Africa? Why is it that so many visitors feel Africa gets under our skin and into our soul? Last night I returned from my 3rd visit to the 4th poorest country in the world, Malawi. Despite extreme hardship and ongoing challenges on so many levels, people are generous, they are strong, humble and incredibly optimistic. I know that there are daily struggles that most of us couldn't begin to imagine, yet I have seen strength, resilience and a sense of hope and empathy that I can only aspire to replicate. Ever since I came to this country as a young boy, trying to cope with something I could never possibly describe, Africa has held me in an embrace that I will never forget, and I feel incredibly fortunate for that. And every time I come here, I know that I'm not alone. I always feel wherever I am on this continent that the community around me provides a life that is enriching and is rooted in the simplest things: connections with others, and the natural environment. And as I raise my own son, I want to make sure that what I've learned here, the value of the natural world, the value of community and friendship, is something that I can pass on to him. Next year, we launch our new foundation, and it's moments like today and meeting all of you that inspire us. Whether supporting young entrepreneurs, empowering women and girls, or challenging the issue of gender-based violence, whether it's been planting trees, clearing landmines, or protecting the most beautiful creatures and places on this planet, these experiences have affirmed our love of Africa and the issues that are so important to us. We will firmly stand up for what we believe. We are fortunate enough to have a position that gives us amazing opportunities, and we will do everything that we can to play our part in building a better world. We will always seek to challenge injustice and to speak out for those who may feel unheard. So no matter your background, your nationality, your age or gender, your sexuality, your physical ability, no matter your circumstance or colour of your skin, we believe in you. And we intend to spend our entire lives making sure that you have the opportunity to succeed and change the world. Thank you. And now my wife is going to speak without notes.
There's not much I can add to that outside of saying on our last day here in South Africa, thank you all so much. As my husband said so eloquently, you really have been such an inspiration for us, and being here today from every level of what we've seen, there's such a holistic approach to how you have energized and mobilized each other to be part of a bigger change. And on a personal note, seeing the work that's being done at Blossom is incredible. I have worked with an organization very similar several years ago in India called Mahila, and being able to see you are creating the product that is needed within the community, you'll be able to become the provider for everything about the economy and what you need as opposed to getting it externally. You are feeding yourselves through that work, and on top of which, being able to enable these women to have the power to then own the company is amazing. But that's what's amazing, and that's what's needed, because there's so much talent here, there's so much ingenuity here, there's so much promise here. So given the level of support and the resources that you need, the potential is astronomical, and you can see that there. And I think for you women, I'm so proud of you in the business that you're creating, and also being able to now control your own purse strings, because when you have that level of independence, my goodness, you can do anything. So thank you for giving us the opportunity to meet with all of you, to be able to feel inspired, and for welcoming us so warmly, strongly, beautifully into your country. We loved it. Thank you.
No. There's nothing.
This trip has meant so much to us, as I said, as a family, but also to me personally. As you know, reading about the death of Nene and hearing about the protests weighed very heavily on my mind. Gender-based violence is a harrowing reality for many women around the world. And for some, like the beautiful and talented Nene, this violence has taken women from us who had a life full of hope and dreams ahead of them. Yet, if there is any possible hope in this situation, there is some sliver of light. It is that people are paying attention like never before. The recent crisis has sparked a much-needed conversation in South Africa, and the world is listening. I met a group of young girls yesterday who wanted to talk to me about their experience, some of which was harrowing. Yet despite everything that they had been through, they said the saddest thing was to watch the continued degradation of women, and that they wanted to be part of a movement where both women and men play a role in turning that around. As someone who's been a longtime advocate of women's and girls' rights, I worried about what was happening, and my intention for this tour was to meet with women across South Africa, to listen and to learn. So from students to politicians, from apartheid campaigners from the 1950s, to teenagers on a beach, from the mothers with HIV providing health care to their community, and to the entrepreneurs who are driving the businesses of the future. They all showed me a power and a solidarity that in this moment, in this time, all women and all people can take strength and inspiration from. Because these amazing African women have discovered self-belief and found their worth. In our visit earlier this morning, I was struck by a small sign that was posted on the wall for the female entrepreneurs. And it said, "Visualize your highest self and show up as her." This is the spirit of the women and girls I have met on this trip. They are not defining themselves by how they compare to others or making their success and marking it against historical expectations. They are simply paving their own path. They have their own voice, and they are being listened to. And as I've said before, I firmly believe that all women have a voice. They just need to feel empowered to use it, and people need to feel encouraged to listen. There's a role for all of us here. As women, we can listen to one another and lift each other up. We can raise our boys to be men who value women. And for men and boys, you can lead by example and not let your mothers, your daughters, your sisters, wives, or girlfriends ever feel that they are lesser than you. I remember being a young girl watching TV and seeing what was happening in the world, and frankly often feeling despair. Because when you continue and constantly see and hear negativity, it can be overwhelming. You can feel powerless and lost. You can feel different, confused, or like you don't belong. And I'm sure that there is a young girl or boy watching this and maybe thinking the exact same thing. So this is for you. In a world that can seem so aggressive, confrontational, and dangerous, you should know that you have the power to change it. Because whether you're here in South Africa, at home in the UK or the US, or around the world, you actually have the power within you to change things, and that begins with how you connect to others. I have learned from the people I've met here that whether it's about society's expectations of masculinity or femininity, or how we divide ourselves by race, or faith, or class, or status, everyone has value, and everyone deserves to be heard and respected. And if you live your life in that way, your generation will start to value each other in ways the rest of us have not yet been able to do so. Over the past 10 days, our family's had emotional moments, we've had poignant moments, we've had spiritual moments, we've met inspirational leaders in every walk of life, and we've been treated to incredible food, music, and dancing. But above all, we've been able to meet the people that are the rocks behind the sort of work that really means so much to us. It has been affirming to learn that we're not alone in the things that we believe in and the principles that we hold so dear. No matter how different our lives may seem, Africa, you have made us feel part of your community, of our shared community. And on our visit in a mosque in Bokap, one of the women told us that the way we change the world is to honor the dignity of difference. And in this, we can find strength. When we can bridge divides and meet as human beings with different experiences, we can all find connection. And in that connection, we become more aware of one another, more aware of our place in the world. We can find hope and self-worth. We can find optimism and courage. And ultimately, we can find joy. So whether for Harry, Archie, and me in South Africa, or for my husband as he was traveling through Botswana, Angola, and Malawi, please know that you have given us so much inspiration, so much hope, and above all, you have given us joy. Thank you.